What if I told you there's a woman who walks through her village completely naked, every single day, and no one bats an eye? No shame. No judgment. Just tradition. In a world obsessed with clothes, fashion, and body image, why would a woman choose to embrace nothing but her skin? Today, we travel deep into a remote African tribe where this daily ritual isn't shocking, it's sacred. This is not just a story about nudity. It's about freedom, culture, and a woman's right to live life on her terms. To understand why she walks naked every day, we first need to understand where she comes from. Deep in the arid savannas of Namibia lives the Himba tribe, one of the last semi-nomadic tribes in Africa. And in this community, the concept of clothing is optional. But don't confuse it with what you think you know. In this culture, nudity isn't sexualized, it's a symbol of connection. A connection to the earth, to tradition, and to identity. Women cover their skin not with fabric, but with a homemade mixture of butterfat and red ochre, giving them a deep red glow that is both beautiful and symbolic. This is their clothing, natural, protective, and rooted in centuries-old customs. So who is this woman? Her name is Mureya. She's 36 years old, a mother of 4, and a respected healer in her village. Every morning, as the sun rises over the savannah, she walks through her village without a thread of modern clothing. And she does so with pride. When asked why, her answer is simple. This is who I am. This is how my mother lived. And how her mother lived. We are not ashamed of our bodies, we honor them. In the Western world, nudity often stirs controversy. It's associated with vulnerability, indecency, even taboo. But for Mureya, and many women like her, nudity is the opposite. It's a form of empowerment, not exposure. So, why don't the Himba wear clothes like the rest of the world? Is it poverty? Lack of resources? Actually, it's a choice. For the Himba, clothes are seen as a foreign concept, something that distances people from nature and tradition. In fact, the few Himba who move to cities and adopt Western clothing often feel a deep sense of loss, not because they miss nudity, but because they feel disconnected from who they really are. And here's where things take an unexpected turn. You might think walking around naked would make them more vulnerable. But in reality, the Himba enjoy one of the lowest rates of body shaming in the world. Children grow up seeing the human body as completely natural. There are no filters, no Photoshop, no fashion magazines dictating what's beautiful. Instead, beauty is defined by health, kindness, and the vibrant red glow of the Ajayi's paste on their skin. Now let's dive into the deeper philosophy behind this lifestyle. A way of life rooted in balance. For Mureya and her tribe, the body is not something to hide, it's something to celebrate. The Himba believe that humans were born into the world naked, and returning to that natural state is a sign of being close to nature. But it's not just about looks or beliefs, it's practical too. The climate in Namibia is harsh. Temperatures soar to 40 degrees Celsius 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and fabric can cause heat rashes or infections. The Ajayi's paste not only beautifies the skin, but also protects it from the sun, insects, and harsh winds. So yes, walking naked is also survival. Modern influence and cultural pressure. But as roads are built and cities expand, even the Himba way of life is being challenged. Cell phones have arrived. Tourists are coming in. And some members of the younger generation are torn between two worlds. For women like Mureya, there's a worry. What will happen when our daughters forget how to live like us? Some are choosing jeans and t-shirts. Others want to leave the village, find work in the cities. And while change isn't inherently bad, it risks erasing traditions that have stood for centuries. This brings us to a powerful question: can tradition and modernity coexist? The impact of tourism. Tourists often travel to Himba villages out of curiosity. And while some genuinely want to learn, others come just to stare. Cameras click. Eyes widen. But very few ask the most important question. Why? Why does this woman walk naked every day? Why does she choose tradition over convenience? For Mureya, the answer remains the same. Because it is mine. It is who I am. The strength behind vulnerability. You see, this story isn't really about nudity. It's about strength. About being confident in your skin, literally and figuratively. In a world where women are constantly told to cover up, shape up, and stay quiet, here's a woman who's doing none of that. She's bold. She's proud. And she's teaching us something powerful. Authenticity is freedom. What can we learn from Mureya? In our world, we spend thousands on clothes to impress others. We hide behind brands, filters, and trends. But maybe we've lost something in the process. Mureya's walk is not just a ritual, it's a statement. A reminder that we are enough as we are. That beauty doesn't need approval. It just needs truth. And perhaps the most powerful takeaway? You don't have to be naked to be free. You just have to be real. If this story opened your eyes, give this video a thumbs up. It helps more people discover powerful stories like this. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below. What are your thoughts on Mureya's life? Do you think modern society could learn something from her courage and simplicity? I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching, and remember, truth isn't always dressed up. Sometimes it walks barefoot and bold.